Okay, let's take a look at the last learning objective in 8.1. What we want to do here is we want to compute the missing value. So what's happening here is we're given a line and then we're given either an x or y value. And then what we're going to do is we're going to plug in the x value and find the y value. So the way this works is we're going to use substitution. And so we have 3. And then we're going to put in this -4 value for x. 3 times -4, and then we have minus 2y equals 10. Then we're going to take care of the math here, do our multiplication, and then we're going to add 12 to both sides. We get -2y equals 22. Divide by -2, and we get y equals -11. Okay, so when x is -4, y is -11. So now we're going to put 7 in here for y, okay, and we get 3, so 3x minus 2 times 7. I'll put the substituted value in red, equals 10. Okay. And then we get 3x minus 14 equals 10. Add 14 here. We get 3x equals 24 from the 10 plus 14. And we'll divide by 3. And we get x equals 8. So this is kind of an important skill into being able to generate points on a line. We can pick an x value and then generate a y value, or pick a y value and generate an x value. And so what we have here is, I'll just show you on one. This is the ordered pair, -4, -11, and that would be a point on that line. Okay, so working this one out here, we have 1.5, and then our x value is 6, so we'll put in 6 for x, 6, and then minus 2y equals -6. So we have 9 minus 2y equals -6. Subtract 6. I like to draw a line here to show that I'm totaling. I get -2y equals -15. Okay. And divide by -2, I get 7.5. And you could leave it as a mixed number also, 15/2. Okay. And then putting in 0.5 into y, I have 1.5 and x minus 2. I like to use parentheses when I substitute in my value. It just helps me keep it a little more organized. Equals -6. I have 1.5 x minus 1 equals -6. Then I'll add 1. 1.5 x equals -5. And I'll divide by 1.5. And then you could use a calculator or you could use fractions, but when it comes out to, this comes out to be -10 over 3, I believe. Okay, so we could check that out. Let's just do the math on this just to double check. We have 3/2 equals x equals -5, and then yep, that's going to be right there, -10/3. Okay. So on this last one here, just using different variables here, if we substitute the -10 in here, what we would get is 14. And then looking at my notes here, just a second. That was the first part of the notes in the packet, and then the second one was a little more complicated. They give you the 98 here, okay, and so when they give you the 98, what we get is we put the 98 in. We put the 98 in for the F here. Sorry about this. 98 equals 9/5 C plus 32. Okay. So this 98, I'm just going to write it in red so you can see that's the value I substituted in. Okay. And then we're going to subtract 32. I just wanted to get to this one because just for a little review of how do we handle this 9/5 C here. Okay. And what we can do is some students will use the division method. Other students will multiply by the reciprocal. So they'll take and they'll multiply by 9/5. Oops, that's not the reciprocal. Multiply by the reciprocal, 5/9, and multiply by 5/9. Okay. And you could use a calculator on this. And if you do use a calculator on this, you might get the mixed number, or you might get the improper fraction, or you might even get the decimal, but it's equivalent to about, not about, but it's 36 2/3, okay, or 36.6 repeating. Okay, so we didn't do this one right here. It's on your note packet in Talon, so it's a pretty easy one when you substitute it in. If you have questions, let me know, but that wraps up section 8.1.